Hello again, students. This is the third video in the playlist of Introduction to our course, and this video is going to talk a little bit more about student expectations. So if you look at my screen here, we're back at the home page, and let's click on Course Data and the Starfleet emblem for Student Expectations. These up at the top are the expectations that come from the district. So we are expected to attend class on time, dedicate time to learn each day. If you're an online student, this may be especially challenging for you, but you can figure out a time that you can dedicate to that. We use Canvas, check it daily for announcements and activities, engage with teachers. If you need, I will have some live Zoom meetings that we'll have later in the year. Submit all your assignments and communicate with the teacher. These here are the expectations for our class. Some may be only appropriate for in-class students. So if you're online, just ignore that. The first one is basically three things: be kind, be safe, and be respectful. You'll see these on the syllabus, and you'll also see them on the front board at the Operations Center in the classroom. Be kind. That's pretty self-explanatory, but think about it. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Let's help each other out. We're, learning potentially a new topic. And so if you can help other students with things, that would be really nice for you to help out. Also, this whole year is going to be weird. You're probably tired of hearing about it, but we need to help each other because we're learning things together, even within Canvas. I am new to that as well. And although I've done a lot of practice things and created things, I may see it, I don't see the student view a lot of the time. So I may have messed something up and I may have to fix it. So I do appreciate your patience ahead of time. Just remember that kind words will go a lot farther than being mean or being very abrupt. Be safe. This is a big thing. If you're on campus, you need to wear your mask at all times. There's just all the data is very specific about the purpose for masks. The purpose for masks are to keep your spray and all of your stuff from infecting somebody else. The masks we wear don't protect us from getting the coronavirus, but it does prevent you from spraying your germs all around to everybody else. So if you make the choice to wear it incorrectly, which means under your nose, or not at all, then that becomes a safety issue and you will be referred to the assistant dean. Be sure you clean your area at the end of each class. If you're here, if you've used any class supplies such as a computer, or if you use pencil sharpener, I have some of these tools at the back of the room that you can use if you need to. Then wipe it off with a Clorox wipe. We have them in several areas of the classroom. And then clean your hands with hand sanitizer during class if you touch something else, or on the way out of class. So I will just ask you each day to wipe off the top of your table with a wipe. That's part of cleaning your area, just to make sure we stay safe as possible. This one's a big one. Be respectful. And there's a lot of things that go along with that. And you're going to do an activity where you specifically define what that means for you, because everybody may have a different idea. These are things of pretty much how you can show respect to me mostly. But the first one is think before you speak. If you're fixing to say something, if the words are not necessary or if they're not true, then you probably don't want to say it at all. Treat the classroom environment nicely. If you make trash, please throw it away in the trash can. Don't leave it out on the table or throw it on the floor. If you use a supply, put it back and then clean it, like I mentioned. Push your chair in before you leave. We do have a pet in the classroom, and if you have not seen her yet or know about her, we have a pet ball python snake. Now, I know not everybody likes snakes, so I will never force you to hold her, but I do hope that you get to know her and just learn to appreciate her. She's very friendly. She's not bitten anybody in the whole 4 years I've had her, and she spent 3 years with a bunch of 10-year-olds in my 5th grade class that I taught, and she was also very nice to them. And last year's students, If you know them, I'm sure they'll tell you about Oreo. But if you do handle her, please be nice. If you're just looking at the aquarium, just don't tap on the glass, and don't be mean to her. And be aware of other people's feelings when you hold her. If they don't like snakes, don't use Oreo to scare them or anything like that. That's just not nice. If I need to discuss your behavior, I'll speak to you privately in the hall, or we may go next door to the lab if it's open. Um, and that's because it's nobody else's business what I want to talk to you about. And it just creates drama in the class, and I do not like drama. And since we are all adults, I would expect you to show me the same courtesy. If you have something that you don't like that I've done, or I'm irritating you, please ask to speak with me in the hall, and we can work it out in the hallway, because again, it's nobody's business and it just creates drama. Phones, this is a campus-wide decision to not have phones with you during class. I have a hanger on my door where you will put your phone in as soon as you enter the room. They should be on silence mode, and put them in the hanger as soon as you come in. So if you're coming from another class and you need to text somebody, or you're chatting with somebody or something, just finish that up before you walk in the class, so that when you come in, you can put it in the appropriate spot. I did a research study last year, and it was amazing how productive people became without even having it in their backpack, because it's there and you want to look at it. You're going to have to get used to that for CNA. They actually lock them up in a cabinet. So it's just good practice for all of us to be on the same page. And so therefore, phones will not be used in class, and they will be put on the hanger. There is a number on your desk when you sit down, as you're sitting down, and you can see that number, and you can put your phone in the same pocket number. Just some small bullet points to that. Backpacks are not acceptable alternatives to phone storage. If it's there, it's there. It's just really tempting, and I'm the same way. I mean, I'm tempted as much as you are about wanting to get on my phone. If you decide to hide your phone so that you can sneak it and get on it during class, then it'll be put in the brig for the remainder of class, and I'll explain that in just a second. If this keeps going on, then there's several guidelines of what's going to happen to that. Again, it's really, you really can get a lot of work done, and it's very distracting. So this is a good way to make use of all of your time. There may be a few times where we use our phone for an specific activity, and at that point, I'll allow you to get your phone and complete the activity. But that's the only time that will be happening. All right, that is the end of our student expectations video. So click on the next one to hear more about the next section of the homepage.